in Paris for us. And joining us now from Pittsburgh in the U.S. state of Pennsylvania is John Bruner. He's a former negotiations leader for the Washington Regional SWAT team and the founder of In Crisis Consulting. Welcome to the program. Now, what do you think of the French response to the hostage-taking situation? They did manage to, for a most part, to bring the situation under control in 48 hours, but 17 people were killed.
Yes, unfortunately. You see, the greatest challenge that we hostage negotiators face is when we deal with targets who subscribe to the practice of martyrdom. Trying to establish communication and dialogue with these types of individuals, it's very unlikely. You see, in active shooters, these are considered crusaders, and they have two goals. Number one, to kill others, and then to die for this cause, whether it's the Prophet Muhammad or whatever that cause may be. I applaud the French Special Forces because they recognized this and they elevated their attack. They went in immediately with dynamic entry, using surprise, speed, using dominance to go in and to engage those attackers. Their response was paramount.
Now, was there anything that could have been done to try and capture the two brothers alive, and how helpful might that have been for this investigation?
Well, at this point, this is more reactive, and any type of improvement would have been needed on the intelligence on the front end of that. And we live in a world where there's 7 billion people, and we can see what 4 individuals did. They put this planet on pause. So it's very difficult to get intelligence and to get it accurate and to get it in a timely fashion so you can act upon it quickly enough before something like this takes place.
Now, how will the French authorities be looking for this female suspect who's thought to be on the run?
They are probably getting intelligence coming in at them at an alarming rate, so they have to filter this. It's very difficult, and we applaud their efforts. Anybody that would know any information, any type of recent factual information, should get a hold of French authorities to help them in their investigation.
Now, from what you've seen over the last couple of days, from their weapons, from how they were handling them, could you tell if the two brothers had military training?
It wouldn't be surprising. It would be very likely the way they were. This was well thought out, months, maybe even in years in the planning. It's very likely that they engaged in a plan and that, yes, that there was some type of military-style training that they undertook.
Now, is there at this point any way to tell if they are part of a bigger operation, a bigger group here?
You know, that does step outside of my expertise, but respectfully, I know that the intelligence community is starting from that center and moving out. I'm sure that anybody they've had contact with in the last decade is being looked at now.
Okay, John, thanks for speaking to us. John Bruner is a former negotiations leader for the Washington Regional SWAT team. And to you. Thanks, John.